What's up, my teammates? Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and then hit that notification bell. I made this video kasi I saw something online, okay? And it didn't really sit well with me. So I'll show you the clip from one of the major na media outlets out there. Instant millionaire. Carlos Yulo stands to earn 1.8 million pesos for winning 5 gold medals and 2 silver medals in the men's artistic gymnastics event. And Carlos Yulo to rake in almost 1.7 million pesos as most bemedaled PH athlete in the SEA Games. That's just supplementary. Doon ako sa unang post na inis. It didn't sit well with me because for you to say na he is an instant millionaire, it kind of gives the wrong impression. It gives the wrong message to the readers. It sends the wrong message especially to the younger generation. So anong gusto natin gawin pag nabasa nila yan? O sige, mag-gymnastics ka, pwede ka manalo ng 1.8 million pesos. Diba? So sasali sila sa sports para manalo ng pera. For me, as an athlete, as a sports fan, as a sports guy, that's not the reason why you get into sports, 'di ba? Secondary or tertiary na lang yung monetary incentives. It's good, 'di ba? Maganda na manalo ka ng pera, pero hindi yan yung number one reason kung bakit ka naging atleta. Tanungin mo lahat ng atleta diyan. Sigurado ako hindi perang number one reason nila para maging national athlete. There's a deeper meaning as to why these people joined the national team. There's more to it. For something like that to come out, it's very distasteful and it's very disrespectful. Actually, this video came from a TikTok clip that I created. I'm gonna link the TikTok video in the description so that you can see it. Part of the talking points that I said was that nothing is instant with Carlo Yulo's success. Okay, there's nothing instant by waking up every day to the toils of training. You go home tired, depleted, and you have to do it the next day. You have to do it the day after that, diba? It's a constant, routinary, monotonous journey of repetition because you have to do it in order to get better. You have to do it to reach a level wherein you could be world class. He was working on himself. He was working to get better. Nothing is instant within that process. Nothing. Diba? So yung sasabihin, instant meal. Tas yung pa, instant millionaire. You just deleted all the hard work. Isinantabi mo yung proseso. Isinantabi mo yung mga araw na pagod siya. Isinantabi mo, binaliwala. I think that's a better word for this. Binaliwala mo yung proseso na pinagdaanan niya. Binaliwala niyong lahat yun dahil sa headline na yan. You know why? Because the process is hard. The process is boring. Process is not Instagram worthy. The process is not clickbaity. Yun yung sad reality doon, di ba? And for media people, they have to sell Diba? Kailangan nila magbenta. Kailangan lang ibenta yung article. Kailangan kumita sila. Wala namang masama doon. Pero came at the expense of someone who was working hard, who just wanted to make this country proud. For media people or other people to say that this is instant is ridiculous and disrespectful. My point is they could have said this differently. They could have used a better word. Better yet, they could have told a better story. Daming pwedeng isulat. Ang daming pwedeng ikwento. Ang daming anggulo na pwede nilang i-atake yung pagkapanalo ni Carlos Yulo. Pero they had to choose this one. Diba? They had, parang doon mo isipin na pinag-isipan ba nila to? Ano ba yung agenda? Diba? Ano bang gusto nilang mangyari? And as I mentioned, this is a clear reflection of our society today. We are in the attention economy. And being in the attention economy, you have to catch people's attention. Keep that attention. You have to rile up their emotions so that you can get engagements, clicks, and views. We're all about that. We're all about the clicks. We're all about the follows. We're all about the likes. More often than not, yun din yung katotohanan ngayon, di ba? The more negative yung reaction or the more negative, the better. Kasi mas pinag-uusapan. Sige, yun yung diskarte nyo, diba? So ayan, I just want people to realize and hopefully other media outlets na at the expense of a person whose main intent was to express himself in an athletic endeavor for flag and country. I don't think national athletes or Carlos Yulo became a gymnast because he wanted to gain followers, because he wanted likes, because he wanted click. I don't think na yun yung dahilan niya kung bakit siya naging gymnast at bakit siya naging isang national athlete. It's just sad to see that these journalists didn't see it that way. They were all after the attention that they could get from a small piece, from a tiny small facet of the entire process. Pagbigyan na natin yung clickbaity title and the mediocre story, it doesn't add up. Nakita ko na a lot of people commented and, di ba, you all said, yan, journalism sa Pinas is deteriorating, not surprised. Another point that I said was, this is what happens when non-sports people talk about sports. Especially yung mga journalist na walang kaalam-alam dun sa sinusulat nila, hindi man lang nag-research. I tried reading some of the articles, they didn't really do anything. They just posted the results. They didn't even try to watch the event. They didn't even try to reach out to Yulo or to his team. Or yun na, sige, syempre busy sila, 'di ba? Panoorin niyo yung event. Panoorin niyo yung performance niya. Then tell that story. How did that invoke pride in you na nanalo siya para sa Pilipinas? Hindi madali ang maging atleta. Lahat naman 'yan pinaghihirapan. Tapos makagawa ng ganyang headline. Kala mo hindi deserve ni Yulo yun. Then kailangan daw clickbait para mapansin at babasa yon. Basura yung article. And I think this one is sports journalist daw siya no face-to-face. Gusto masakit sa mata yung headline. And then clickbait kasi balita sa Pinas, more engagement, more kita. Akala ko ako lang yung nakaka-feel noon, pero at least it's so nice to see that people feel the same way. And then I saw this in the comment section. It's very, very interesting and I want to share it here kasi it's true. May elements kasi ng journalism in an age where attention span is short. Mainstream media clip context to get the audience's attention. So that's very true. I agree with that. And then, there are also types of sports news articles. Sports features, straight leads, game features. So, of course, this is journalism lingo, diba? These are all the technical stuff. Yung same criticism ko aimed at the journalism could be said to myself who does not have any journalistic training. So, okay. That's also true. I agree with that. Kung analogy ay hoops, so we'll go basketball analogy, is that this is like 1-on-1 versus a practice to race to 21. So, parang 1-on-1 versus 21. Necessarily nefarious or dismissive yung publication materials. To an extent, I agree. Siyempre, ano ba maalam ko? Di mo ako journalist eh. Dumadaldal lang ako dito, di ba? Pero to me, who's not a journalist, and I see this, apparently, a lot of people agree with me, these journalists, diba? With all the training, they should know better. Diba? Kayo yung journalist eh. Kayo yung nag-training eh. Diba? Kayo yung may title. You should know better. I really believe that the really good ones, okay, the really good journalists, they write really good stories. Diba? They immerse themselves. My co-host sa Combat Sports Weekly, si Carl De Mesa, that's a journalist. What does he do? He will immerse himself in that subculture in order to write a really good story. That's why he has posted so many really good articles. That's why he has written so many books. The limited knowledge that I have when it comes to sports journalism, okay? A writer, okay, submits an article, diba? There's an editor-in-chief. There are probably some editors-in-chief. They approve it, and then if they want their edits, they're gonna edit it. So they're gonna edit a few lines, and then they're gonna edit, the title or whatever, and then they publish. So it simply means that an article or a write-up will go through several channels before it gets published. Now, during that entire process, wala man lang nakaisip na, uy, ba't hindi natin isulat kung ano ba yung journey ni Carlos Yulo dito? How was it na he was competing with fellow Filipinos, whereas nung Olympics, mag-isa lang siya. Diba? How was the experience of the SEA Games 2022 compared to the other competitions? Diba? How will he assess his performance during this SEA Games in order to prepare for probably the Asian Games, the World Championships, yung Olympic qualifiers? You could see this. If not, if you don't have access to him or to his team, watch his performance and then narrate that story. As journalist, it's your duty. Tell the story right. And ito nakakataba talaga ng puso at na-appreciate ko bigla. Kasi when I made that very short rant video, nabad trip ako para kay Yulo. Nabad trip ako kasi hindi lang to nangyari kay Carlos Yulo. Nangyayari to sa halos lahat ng atleta. When you shared my sentiment, gave me hope, diba? Nakirealize ko na at least ang mga tao, they know na hindi madali maging atleta. It's a lot of sacrifices, a lot of time spent. Another thing is a lot of the people, diba? They went to the website and read the article and they all said that it was a crappy article. So it simply means that people will take the time to read articles. So it simply means that you care. Diba? Nakakatuwa yun. It simply means that you're interested in what happens behind the scenes. You're interested in the story of our athletes, especially the Filipinos who are winning at the world stage. Sidetrack tayo ng konti. Patulan natin yung headline, 1.8 million pesos. Sa tingin mo ba yung 1.8 million pesos na yon, enough na yon para sa gastusin ng isang atleta? Like for example, let's take this, okay? 1.7, 1.8 million, Carlos Yulo. Do you think na that amount will last him for an entire year's worth of training and qualifiers. So number one, hindi ko alam kung magbabayad sila ng tax doon, 'di ba? Siguro may tax 'yon. Kung wala, very good. Maraming salamat. So kunin natin 1.7, 1.8 million. So he has living expenses, logistics, food and nutrition, supplements, training materials and equipment, training fees, gym fees, bayad sa coaches, other miscellaneous expenses, bayad sa biyahe for qualifiers, 'di ba? And other international tournaments. He also has to spend for his recovery. 'Di ba? These are the factors that come into play in order to create a high-level elite athlete. Maraming gastos 'yan, marami. Believe it or not, mas marami tayong mga atleta abonado pa. They get little to no support, or pag dumating na yung budget or dumating na yung pondo, pambayad na lang 'yun dun sa inabono nila. 'Yun yung sad reality, and I really hope that it gets better. Now let's get back to the main point. When I saw that people read the article, and I said, okay, people take time naman pala. So okay, I hope this message goes to the proper media outlets and take this as a sign to create better pieces for their audience. Kasi binabasa naman pala ng mga tao eh. So pasok nyo na yung clickbait na title, tapos gandahan nyo na yung storya, gandahan nyo na yung sulat. Tell us something that will inspire us. Tell us the stories of triumph. Especially yung mga local athletes natin, di ba? Tell us the triumph of the human spirit. Tell us a good story worth reading. Because I think, and I really believe, that that's what being a journalist is about. How many times are you going to write about Carlos Yulo? Are you going to write about him after the SEA Games? Are you going to cover his life? Di ba, with the limited space nyo in your in your websites or in your outlets, kung ano man yung isulat natin sa mga atleta natin, gandahan na natin. Kasi nandiyan na yan sa internet forever eh, di ba? They don't even know, we don't know, you don't know, we all don't know when will be the next time we will hear any achievement or any interesting story about Carlos Yulo. This is his chance. This is, yung mga athletes natin, pag merong international events, this is their time to shine. Let's bring the spotlight to them. Diba? Gawin natin sila yung star nung mga articles natin or nung mga coverage natin. Sana naman, let's do better. Please, let's do better because our national athletes, Carlos Yulo, deserves better.